everyone, this is me, Belladonna. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today I'm going to be making a video for those trans girls out there about voice. I get a lot of questions. Did I train my voice? Is this my natural voice? It's a little mixture of both. And the reason why I say that is because when I was in high school, I took choir lessons. I had a vocal coach. I feel like voice lessons definitely softens your pitch, your voice. And I want to start making a series about vocal lessons for trans people. Hopefully this is beneficial for you guys. This is episode number 1. Let's talk a little bit about the differences. Let's talk about the actual vocal cords. Imagine that these are the vocal cords. In a male, they're usually going to be longer, and then they're also going to be thicker. This is what's going to give a deep pitch. On women, however, vocal cords tend to be shorter and thinner. Women's vocal cords are between, I believe it's 10 millimeters to 17.5 millimeters, and men's vocal cords are between, I think, 17 millimeters up to 24 millimeters. There's a very small overlap. But most people, they tend to fall on the extremes. A lot of women tend to have higher voices, therefore they have a shorter vocal cord and a thinner vocal cord. And a lot more males tend to be on the other extreme, where their vocal cords are longer and thicker. However, there are exercises out there that I'm going to teach you guys. You might have a long vocal cord, but with enough flexibility, it will allow you to soften it. I want to preface this by saying that if you are a deep bass, don't expect, unfortunately, to sound like a first soprano. It's just not going to happen. But we can definitely get you to be more softer in your speech. This video is actually going to be on things that you need to do to prepare. And then I'm going to teach you 2 techniques that you need to practice for about 20 minutes if you don't have much time and 30 minutes to maybe 40 minutes would be ideal. But you don't want to start off doing 45 minutes right away, because it might strain your voice. And that's absolutely something that we don't want. We do not want to put strain on the voice. Over time, your vocal cords will become less flexible, and we don't want to do that. We want to build flexibility so that you can soften it and speak in a higher register. So, things to do to prepare. Definitely, if you want this to happen, you need to be dedicated. It's going to be more of a lifestyle approach. So that means no smoking. Smoking is going to just destroy your voice. You don't want to do that. So no smoking. You definitely also want to not take a lot of caffeine. What happens to your vocal cords? You see, your vocal cords, they're this little part in your throat. It's an area in your body. Your vocal cords are one of the last few body parts that receive water and hydration. So all hydration first goes to your vital organs and then your tissues. So what you want to do is drink water, and A lot of people might not like this, but cold water is going to be way too harsh on your vocal cords. It's going to, again, make them less flexible. You don't want that. Warm water would actually be ideal, but most people cannot take warm water. I was definitely one of those people that just warm water just grossed me out. Now I can tolerate it. I stick more to room temperature water. That's a great option as well. Again, so no caffeine. That means no sodas, no green teas, no tea that has caffeine in it. Definitely no coffee. Coffee has a lot of caffeine. A lot of people are going to hate me for this also, but dairy actually causes phlegm buildup in your vocal cords, and it's going to be harder for you to do the voice lessons. And I'm gonna explain that in maybe in a future video. But when you do voice lessons, your goal is to connect your chest voice, your normal speaking voice, all the way to your head voice or your falsetto. And when you do those lessons, you want to transition from your chest voice to your head voice without any breaks. And if you drink dairy is going to end up building phlegm on your throat, and it's going to prevent you from doing a smooth transition. And the smooth transition is the whole point of voice lessons. If you can do hours and hours of voice lessons, but if you are not sliding from your chest to your head voice gradually with control, without a break in it, you're going to do all that in vain. You're not going to get anywhere. So I recommend staying away from dairy as well. I recommend doing voice lessons in the morning. When you do voice lessons, you'll get the effects of a softer voice all day until you sleep or you take a nap. When you sleep, your vocal cords will tend to do muscle memory, so they'll go back to the way they were. So you want to do voice lessons again. And this is only just in the beginning. After a few months, you won't even have to do voice lessons every day. So let's get to the first voice lesson. When you do your voice lessons in the morning, you want to start off by doing what are called slides. And that's just like you're humming. That is what you want to start off to prepare the voice. That, and then there's another one, doesn't really have a name, but you do a V sound. V. Side note, these voice lessons are going to sound really, really horrible. You want it to sound horrible, actually. And you're going to be making a lot of weird faces, so just be prepared for that. It's not going to sound beautiful, and that's not the point of it. You actually want it to sound terrible. That means you're doing it right. So you either want to do the slides, you want to do humming sounds, or you want to do the V sounds, which are like, and you should feel a vibration in your throat right here, a little bit in your chest as well. That's what you want to do. You want to pick a low note, like the deepest low note you can make, and don't be scared of going deep. Actually, the more you work on deep notes, the more powerful your high notes will sound. So you don't be afraid of going deep. or sounding like a man. So don't be afraid of that. But you want the whatever notes you pick, you want them to be comfortable without you straining. So first thing, you want to pick a low note that you can do comfortably. Try to do the lowest you can make without straining your voice. I'm going to pick this note. So I'm going to start with that. So what I'm going to do is just do a cycle. Just think of how can I say this? Yeah, just keep doing this sound. And you see what I did there? I did the exercise and then I breathed in air and then I continued. You don't want to do that. You actually want to do it continually for as long as you can. So let's start again. You want to make sure you're doing a V sound. That's going to ensure that you're doing the correct voice placement. So you either want to start off with the V exercise or you want to do slides. And that's, like I said, you're just going to be humming, but you're going to be humming again, same thing. You're going to pick a low note and a slightly higher note without straining your voice. You don't have to go full on operatic right now. You're just picking up two sensible notes without straining. So you would do something like this. You want to go down to the lower note. And you go back and forth. You can do a combination of both exercise, or you can just do, you can just pick one exercise to do, but you want to do it for a minimum of 10 minutes. This is just a warm-up. Once you've been fully warmed up, once you've taken in some water, you want to move on to the actual lessons. So I'm going to share with you one voice lesson, and this is the lesson you have to do for a minimum of at least 20 minutes, 30 to 40 if you can do it, that would be great. But for beginners, I would say stick to 20 minutes. You don't want to put too much strain in the voice. So you're going to do the humming exercise, but you're going to do it in a scale. I'm going to demonstrate the vocal exercise. So you want to hum. You're going to start from the bottom, from the lowest note you can possibly do, all the way. You're not going to go all the way as high. You just want to do it high enough where you're not putting too much effort on your vocal cords. So it will sound something like this. So I'm going to start with my lowest note. So you want to do that, and you want to do it for 20 minutes. Do it every day. You're going to start off with 10 minutes of a warm-up, then you're going to do 20 minutes of the exercise, and you want to do that every day. For beginners, you definitely need to do it every day for at least about 2 months. You're going to actually start seeing results probably in maybe 3 days. Actually, you're going to see a big improvement. In a week, you'll see a dramatic result. And then from that week to about a month, you'll see even more results, and you'll just keep seeing more and more results throughout time. But try it out, you guys. It's definitely is gonna do wonders for your voice. Give this video a like. I'm gonna be doing a lot more vocal exercises as time goes on. I'm going to do a more advanced and then very advanced once I get everyone, on board. I want to do it gradually. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it might have been an awkward video. If you like, subscribe, please. It will definitely mean a lot, and I'll see you next time.